Science is everywhere, and science and technology is moving at such a pace that it's a huge challenge to keep up with it. It's therefore all the more dynamic, all the more fascinating to try to capture a moment, understand it now, have it there for the future, and to celebrate this active quest to try to make these breakthroughs. It's stunning what's happening. In fact, as human beings, we should be very, very proud of it. What science and technology is achieving is remarkable.
Researchers at the Buck Institute in Northern California are looking for ways to prevent the many diseases associated with aging by slowing the aging process itself. To discover drugs that will one day increase health in human beings, researchers start much lower on the evolutionary ladder with single-cell organisms.
If you target an aging process and you slow down aging, then you slow down all the diseases and the pathology of aging as well. The future is taking the biology that we've now developed and applying it to humans.
This would be the most important medical intervention in the modern era, an ability to slow aging.
I think the uniqueness of the Institute is really its visionary focus. It's saying, let's take what we know about how to do medical research and apply it to prevention.
So the beauty of the Buck Institute is I don't need to convince anybody to work on aging. So we're all pretty much on the same page, even though we work on very, very different aspects and very different diseases.
The thing I'm most proud of about the Buck Institute is that it's not afraid to be daring. It's not afraid to go out there and tackle a problem that we see that's important, that's being underrepresented. The amount of money for aging research that's available through the government is very small, and that hasn't stopped us from saying this is an important problem. It's one that needs to be solved, and if we solve it, or even begin to solve it, it's going to have impacts on all these diseases at the same time. And we're not going to be daunted by the fact that not everyone has recognized the importance of aging research yet. We're going to do our best to make them recognize it.
I'm really proud of the Buck Institute. I'm proud of the way that people come together. They come together to solve difficult biomedical problems, and they do so in ways which appeal to us all as individual scientists. We want to follow our curiosity. We want to make a difference, and this is a place where we can see that happening. We're moving from doing very basic research on aging processes, and we're sort of getting up out of the lab, and we're looking around and realizing that what we're seeing in the lab is very, very important to a wider society. We have opportunities to make incredible differences in the way that we think about healthcare in this century.
This is an important time for this, and I think that where we are and where we're going is exactly what was hoped for when we first opened the Institute in 1999.
When a breakthrough happens where we can improve the health span, improve the function of a human being, that is going to change everything.
We're going to have medical professionals trained who don't know anything about Alzheimer's, don't know anything about Parkinson's disease, very rarely encounter cancers, and I think we'll just think of it as the new normal. And I think it'll be a better place.
I hope we look back on this era and say, wow, the medical community was on top of this, and they developed interventions that kept everybody healthy longer, prevented these diseases, lowered healthcare costs, and kept the world economy growing.